Did you have fun at the party last night? What? Did you have fun at the party last night?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I watched Jessica breakdowns and then I put it on Instagram. I watched Jessica lay on the ground. Yeah. That's her breakdown. That's her breakdown.
That's called resting.
Okay, so I was watching her sleep.
I saw you do that. That was you. I didn't realize it was you.
That's me.
I saw someone fall. I thought someone fell over.
No, I got down there.
You were breaking down.
My choice. Where
I
is that?
actually didn't realize that was you.
Didn't help just watch the play on stuff.
No.
Someone's down.
There was a dance off last night. That was a couple of you ladies dancing, breakdancing. I can shout. You can hit me in the back.
Merci.
Well, welcome to those who weren't there yesterday. Welcome, everybody. Do you have maybe a first question to start of the day?
Je voulais savoir quels sont les avantages et les inconvénients du fait qu'ils soient connus. Qu'est-ce que ça leur apporte?
What? Okay. The question is, what are the pros and cons of being famous?
You got a hat with your name on it.
Ricky, what's the pros and cons? Take it away.
When you're famous, people give you stuff for free.
Like a jar.
Like candy. When I was a kid, I had no money, I couldn't afford anything. And now I've got some money to buy candy, people give me it for free. So that's the bonus.
I'm pretty sure you got your breakdancing lessons for free. Yeah.
Yeah. Well guys, what are the pros and cons of being famous?
We get to be here.
Yeah, you get to travel the world, you get to do amazing things and meet amazing people that you never thought you would actually meet. So, like a lot of my friends and people on my, in my phone now, like if any of these guys text me, I'm like, oh my god, like you guys wish, they're my friends. But I do generally get excited by some of the people that text me now that I've worked with and are friends. And like I'm still a kid, I still get excited. I'm happy, I'm proud of that. So that's pretty cool. Bad stuff, like we talked about yesterday, you have this stupid impression that we have to be 100% all the time and we've always got to be on. You can't have a bad day because then you're a dick.
I don't know why you're staring at me.
I don't know. You guys stopped me. I was up on a sweetie run. You asked me a question. So what are the pros and cons, guys? We're gonna go and eat candy, guys.
No, I just don't feel like I don't know, famous. I don't feel particularly famous. I don't know. It's a weird question. Like, it's a different sort of scale. If I look at someone like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm like, he's famous. I look at I don't know. I am in this very kind of specific thing that some people know about, and that's really nice. Some people are really kind and generous and like, hey, really like what you do. And I'm like, that's really nice. Thanks so much. I don't know. It's not something I really. But again, it's not something that I was like, oh my god, feel so famous. I don't know. I'm doing a terrible job of answering this question. When I go to my hometown, it's the thing, when I go to Sydney, no one knows at all. I'm not in a place where it's I walk down the street and people are like, hey, oh my god, everyone knows who you are. I almost, yeah. I mean, I am the leader very normal sort of undercover existence, really, which I'm very grateful for. I think there's very specific people around the world that, like last night, they're like, oh, are you on the 100? And I was like, yes, actually. So last night, yeah, so randomly every now and then, but it's not something that consumes my existence, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, I don't know, maybe, yeah. So I don't know if I have a great grasp on what that is. That'll do. Next question.
Est-ce qu'on a une autre question quelque part?
Wait.
I have another question about still your acting technique. I wanted to know when you start to build your character, do you totally build the character, the personality of the character, or do you put parts of yourself, your personality in it, and how much percent? Did you understand?
Pardon? Bonjour. Hello.
I think you tend to start with like a little bit of yourself, you know, and then like build on it, but stay flexible because oftentimes you don't know the direction, especially in TV, that a character might go. So to have an entirely built out plan is not always like the best idea.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very like, well, for me at least, it's something that it comes from me or a part of me, and then I sort of it grows upon that. But as far as like acting technique wise, I mean, unless you're doing something very like character, like you know, you're playing a historical character or a person, like, then I think that's a very different experience. I've yet to do something like that where it's like, you know, you're playing, you know, this famous person, you're playing like, oh my god, he's right at the back now. Doing the whole thing. He's only speaking around. Unless you're playing like a historical figure, a well-known person, then that might be different things, and you're mimicking like accent or body movements or costume, it's all encapsulated. But yeah, I think you do kind of always start out with like if there is qualities that you resonate with that you can translate, and then but you have to be open to it changing or developing or growing. I just basically said what you said, but worse.
Okay, make some noise for our new guest on stage, please. Est-ce qu'on a une autre question quelque part? Oui.
Hi. First, I want to thank Jessica for reposting Chef's story from yesterday. It's a breakdance.
I posted it originally, but
And with me.
first of all, I literally just got Whatever, Jenny.
You were amazing. Breakdancing star over there last night.
I'm not actually that good.
You inspired my incredible moves, so
I know. I saw it.
well done.
For making her repost this.
Yeah, but she forgot to take me. I just saw it and was like, okay.
Great It's alright, continue.
My question was, what do you do to prepare for an episode like sports things or
Did you do any physical training for a role or a special episode or a movie or something? Is there something physical?
Yeah, then the night that I booked Harper, they said, can you come out and learn how to assemble and disassemble an assault rifle? I was like, this is adorable. And then I got really buff for a hot second, but I fell back on one of the croissants. For Harper, I was in the gym a lot and working on, as I said yesterday, I was really relying on my dance training to use my posture and embody something physical.
Yeah, I mean, if there's like a specific like stunt sequence or something like that, any of us would have to go ahead of time and train with our coordinators and our stunt doubles, and hundreds specifically we're making team over there. So a lot of work goes into something like that. But I mean, if there's like something, like I said, like specific, like a stunt, or I think Alicia touched on stuff earlier with like accents and stuff like that, there's some training that would go into something like that. But for the most part, I just I show up in cold read. Anyone? I feel like this one would be a good one for you, Ricky, but you seem distracted. I mean, on our show, on Fear, it's like heavy physical stunts and activity a lot of the time, nearly every day. We had a stellar stunt team and stunt coordinators, and every show usually they have a lot of action or stunt stuff. They have a great team, and ours is great. It's always, I mean, they lead the charge, so you're always in good hands, and they kind of give you what you need to do, but also sometimes with those kinds of shows, if you're doing it a lot, it becomes easy to pick up on every time. It just gets a little easier and easier, and as you say, when you've got like a dance background or something, it's a bit easier to pick up on fight choreography or like, different movement sequences. So it's something you get used to, I think, doing it more and more, but every now and then there are some things that are thrown into like assembling a assault rifle, and you're like, okay, good luck, or like karate, like, let's go. So, but it's always fun. I mean, I think that's one of the great things about this job too, is that you get to do crazy, weird things all the time. Which is like, hey, do you want to be on a horse today? And you're like, okay. It's great.
I was going to say, because I didn't know what the question was.
Do you have preparation that goes into physical training?
Sorry?
Or is there any specific prepare for, I thought it was prepare for a role, prepare for physical training, and
It's like physical training for a role, or just a specific scene, or...
Well, like I mentioned yesterday in the panel about the perception of how, even though I'm athletic, how I look at things. And you'll find most actors and models do this a lot, so don't get sucked in. When you see Shadow Moon naked a lot in season 2 and season 1, I'm in good shape, I look good, but that's like for a day. It's for a day, it's not the whole time, because you prepare your diet. You have to eat a certain amount of food and you have to train a certain amount of way. So 10 days before I know I'm going to be shirtless or naked, I will stop eating carbs and I will start drinking a lot more water until 2 days before, where I'll be on 10 liters a day of water. So you'll go into the toilet
10 liters?
every 5 minutes. I couldn't even do this panel. I'd be like, excuse me. And then, excuse me. By the time you get 2 days out, you're on 10 liters. And then the day before, you cut down to 5. And then the day of the shoot or the scene, you don't drink any water at all. But now your body still thinks it's drinking 10 liters, so you're still going to the toilet, and it's getting rid of all your body fluid, all the water in your body. So now your skin is tight to the muscles because there's no water in your body, because you keep going to the toilet because it thinks you're drinking 10 liters. Then you eat lots of sugar, jam, carbs, and all of a sudden your muscles swell. So now your skin is tighter to the muscle, and you've just filled it full of loads of sugar that you starved it of for the last 10 days. And it swells all your muscles, so it makes you look bigger and more jacked. So that's what like Chris Evans does as Captain America, and all these different actors who are in good shape, Jason Momoa and all that lot, You don't look like that all the time. It's impossible. There's athletes that do, but it's unhealthy. So anytime you see shadow moon with his shirt off, know that I'm very unhappy and very hungry and very thirsty, because it is a big ordeal. And as soon as the shoot's over, you get back on your water and you eat normal, and it's very crazy. But yeah, there's quite a process whenever you're doing topless stuff for guys.
Way more than I have to.
Du coup, la question est sur la préparation physique pour certains rôles, pour certaines scènes. Est-ce qu'ils font des choses en particulier? Et Ricky, lui, alors, pour son rôle dans American Gods, vous voyez souvent son t-shirt. Donc, il faut savoir que du coup, pour avoir le corps que vous voyez, il subit une préparation très intensive et très difficile. Et en fait, le jour du tournage de la scène, il boit plus, mais du coup, le corps, en fait, il a toujours l'habitude d'ingérer beaucoup d'eau. Donc, c'est-à-dire qu'en fait, les muscles, ils se resserrent, et c'est ce qui fait un peu gonfler le haut du corps. Et il mange beaucoup de sucre, ce qui fait encore plus gonfler les muscles, et c'est ce qui donne l'impression qu'en fait, il est super baraqué, alors qu'en fait, c'est juste pour certaines, juste à ce moment-là. Donc, c'est un entraînement hyper intensif, hyper forcément pas du tout agréable, parce qu'en fait, on boit beaucoup d'eau, comme maintenant, et on mange beaucoup de sucre, comme maintenant. Mais en fait, lui, ça doit forcément, il n'est pas très content de faire ça, donc quand vous voyez ça, en fait, il a beaucoup souffert juste avant. Ok, je vais continuer à parler, comme ça il pourra finir sa bouteille d'eau. Donc allez, on y va, on continue, là, c'est ça. On va voir cette bouteille d'eau, on l'encourage. On est prêts. Ah. How are you feeling right now?
Excuse.
Do we have another question somewhere?
Yeah. Hi. So my question is, in the 100, what do you think it would be your character's spirit animal?
I mean, I guess mine's obviously a raccoon. So. See that a lot. But from the spirit, I don't know. I mean, something else. Good job.
A duck, a wolf, a raccoon.
A dolphin. A panda. He's not a polar bear. He's not a black bear. He refuses to be in a tribe.
Oh, so that's actually our cue. That was our last question for this morning. Coming to the extra question now. So if you'd like to give it a little more